My name's Lorna Warren and I'm a senior lecturer in the Department of Sociological Studies. My main research area lies in the field of ageing, but within that field I've also looked at other elements. I'm particularly interested in care relationships, for example, and more recently I've been looking at people who have dementia and their carers. I began undertaking research in the field of ageing as soon as I'd finished my undergraduate degree. There was a professor in our department who'd won what was then a collaborative award in the social sciences, ESRC funded, where you worked on a topic in collaboration with a local organisation. And in Salford at that time, the social services wanted to have a look at home care provision for older people. And the professor in our department, Lorraine Barrett, had won this award. And I was approached and asked if I'd like to apply for a PhD using the award. And it was given to me. One of the projects I've been carrying out recently, probably the project that I've spent most time on, is a project that started off life being called Representing Self-Representing Ageing. It's more familiarly known now as Look at Me, and it's about images of women and ageing. Over the years when I've been carrying out research, the idea about how we construct age. Age isn't just something that's a given. We learn to age culturally. The research project that was called Representing Self-Representing Ageing was concerned with understanding how older women are represented in the media. I wanted to work with older women to look at media stereotypes and then to encourage those women to create their own images of ageing that were a far more nuanced exploration of what ageing was. To offer it as a challenge to media stereotypes, but it's more than just saying media stereotypes are wrong and the older women are right. I just want to see what emerged when you combine that kind of critical understanding of the media with women producing their own images. So we worked with a group of older women aged from 41 to 96. We ran various small workshops of a different kind. Women generated their own images, and we showed those images in the climax of the project was a big local exhibition that was held in different venues at a sort of traditional gallery along the main shopping stretch called the Moor in Sheffield, in shop windows there, and we put it in a new exhibition space in the university. We measured reaction, we evaluated the research, and we looked at the impact, and it has achieved big impact. It's been shown around the UK. I've just received a request, the project ended in 2011, I've just received a request recently to show it again, so 4 years on people are still interested in this. Most recently, in November, I decided I was going to do some guerrilla activities. I found a man with a big projector and we beamed images of old women over 2 nights onto buildings around the university and then city centre buildings. And then I went on to BBC Radio Sheffield and to Paul Edwards' radio show with Judith Holder, who's the producer of Grumpy Old Women on the television, and one of the women from the projects, Shirley Simpson, to talk about people's reactions, public reactions to the images, and then to talk about women and ageing more generally. And we just got some stunning reactions about those images. Everybody who saw those images, it made them start to think about ageing. And so I think the ultimate aim is to open up conversations about ageing. We close down ageing, we try to hide it, we try to mask it, we disguise it. Women are judged on ageing or on their bodies. Women feel ageing at the sight of their bodies, they're judged on that as they grow older, and so it's opened up new conversations about ageing.
I thought they were very positive images, very positive. They're all very happy women who seem very comfortable in their own skin, which I think is fantastic because it's not something you see every day, especially the manner in which we view them, like just walking through the park this evening and they're being shone on the side of the building, I think is fantastic because it's such a way to draw you in and just get you to look at the subject in a completely different light.
My research informs my teaching in a number of different ways. In sociological studies, we like to do or deliver to students what we call research-led teaching. So, for example, at level 3, I run a module called Ageing in Society, and it's very much informed by the research I'm doing, theoretical understandings, but also what I focus on, construction of ageing. And I'm able to use my work and bring it into the classroom and show students the sorts of very state-of-the-art research that's being done in that area, and that's fantastic. But the other way in which I bring it into teaching is through methods. Directly, I can give students my experience of certain methods when I'm supervising them in dissertations at postgraduate level with my postgraduates. But I also run a first-year undergraduate course, which is called Doing Social Research, where the students interview members of staff in the department, and it's a great way of introducing staff and students, and for the students to find out what academics do. But that's very much based on the sort of participatory approach that I use in my research. So it's a kind of broad approach, but I know what fantastic results it can bring in terms of making people feel included. So I think most of us draw on research in many different ways. Like I say, sometimes it's very module specific, but more generally we can draw on themes, ideas and methods.